Are you a restaurant owner who dreams of gaining freedom from your business? Do you find yourself frustrated because it feels like you're the only one who knows how to do everyone's job? Well, my friend, you're not alone. I'm here to tell you that there is a way out of this never-ending cycle. Hey there, Restaurant Pro. This is Dave Scott Peters, restaurant expert, coach, and creator of the Restaurant Prosperity Formula. And today I'm going to talk to you about how to unlock your restaurant's full potential. Basically, how to master the art of delegation and gain true freedom. Picture this: a restaurant where everyone knows their role, where tasks are executed flawlessly, and where you as the owner can focus on the bigger picture. It's not just a dream, it can become your reality. So let's jump into it. First, let's talk about why delegation is so important. Delegation brings a multitude of benefits to your restaurant. It brings you increased efficiency, reduced stress, and fosters better teamwork. Trust me, I've been there. I know how overwhelming it can be when you find yourself like you're the only one that could do the job. You're all on your own. By delegating tasks, you can free up time and your energy to focus on strategic aspects of your business. It's a pathway to growth and success. Now let's identify the key areas where you can delegate tasks. What are the tasks that chew up your time? What are the tasks you wish you didn't have to do on a daily basis? What are the tasks you wish you weren't the only person who knew how to do them? You get the picture, right? In the kitchen, you could assign specific roles to your line cooks, prep cooks, and dishwashers. Let them take ownership and excel in their respective areas. These could easily be things like taking inventories for food, smallwares, glassware. They could take ownership in maintaining a clean and organized kitchen, a walk-in. They could follow checklists, right? You get the picture? How about the front of house? You could do the same thing. Front of house responsibilities can be delegated too. Empower your hosts, servers, and bartenders to handle their tasks effectively. These could easily be things like managing the restaurant to ensure there's no lights out and that you have enough light bulbs to get through that task. Take on training new employees. Be empowered to take care of small guest complaints on their own. And maybe even input information into the number of apps you have in your tech stack. They also could follow checklists. Again, you get the picture. And don't forget about administrative tasks, the things you really want to get off your plate so you could focus on the business. So you could hire or delegate bookkeeping, an outsourced marketing firm, even HR duties. You don't have to be the one to do it all. You don't have to be alone. Create a list of tasks that you think about, that you don't like to do. Think about what you're good at. Think about what need to drop off your to-do list in order for you to focus on the important things again, like working on budgets, growing your business, developing your managers, holding them accountable, working strategically on your business. Once you identify these tasks, let's talk about some effective ways that you can delegate. First and foremost, communication is key. When it comes to delegation, communication is key. Clearly communicate your expectations. What the job is, how to do it, how well it should be done, more importantly, by when. Provide detailed instructions, not just take inventory. What are the 8 million steps in front of it, from taking pictures of invoices and make sure it's in the software, to setting up those products, to rearranging shelf sheet inventory? You get the picture. It's not just count things. And then set performance standards. How well you want it done, by when. Invest time in training your staff. Again, we have to train them what their job is, how to do it, how well it should be done, more importantly, by when. Take the time they can demonstrate they can do it back to us. And now we can empower them to make decisions within their delegated roles. But you can't do it before then. When your team feels confident and knowledgeable, amazing things happen. Create accountability by implementing systems. Remember, there's a system, a process, a way to doing anything and everything in your business. Your system, your process, your way, which allows you to put systems in place to track the progress, because you know what's supposed to be done, how well it's supposed to be done, by when, and then provide constructive feedback. It's important to recognize and reward your team for their efforts, whether they've done a fantastic job, knocked it out of the park, or they're really putting in effort and they're learning. Building a strong team is crucial for effective delegation. Because again, you can't do this alone. So let's discuss how you can do that. First and foremost, hire the right people. That's a lot easier than it sounds. I get it. So what are the ways you can get there? Number one, define what your ideal team member looks like. Create a profile. And there are actually services out there that will do this, from personality to what they're good at. So what's my ideal server look like? What's my ideal line cook look like? What's my ideal driver look like? Cashier, you get the picture. And then utilize that to effectively recruit. Put strategies in place to attract those people, the people that have the talent that you need, those individuals who align with your restaurant's core values and can fit your company culture. Those things are extremely important. Then foster a positive work culture where open communication and collaboration are encouraged. Create an environment where everyone feels valued and motivated to contribute to do their best. Promote professional growth within your team. Not everybody wants to grow, but those who want to, those can be motivating factors. Offer opportunities for training, mentorship, and advancement. When your staff sees a clear path to growth, well, they're more likely to invest in their roles. Delegation may come with its own set of challenges. Let's address those head on. One of the biggest challenges is trust and control. As a restaurant owner, right? Think about it. It can be difficult to let go and trust others to handle those tasks that you do. But remember, delegation is about empowering your team and allowing them to shine. And I would tell you, if they can do things 85% as well as you, you've hit a home run. You're never going to be fully giving it up, like meaning you never look at it again. But it's so much easier to just make sure they're on task and fix little things than to have to do those things over and over and over again and be a prisoner to your business. It's also important to let go of perfectionism. We're not going for perfect. I can tell you from a personal level, that was one of the toughest lessons I ever learned, because I was very much stuck into it. Had to be perfect, and perfect makes paralysis. Make sure it gets done. Understand that there are other ways than the way you do something to get things done. Now, it's your job to make sure that they don't hit a wall. Imagine you put somebody down a path and you know that it's a straight line. From point A to point B is a straight line. Your job is to guide them, but if they veer off to the left, to the right, to the left, to the right, but they get to that final destination, who cares that they took longer? Who cares that they went a different direction? The key is that they don't hit a wall. Because if they're going to damage themselves, they're going to damage the business, they're going to damage the customer in some way, then you pull them by the bootstraps. That's why you're still connected in that delegation process. But it doesn't matter if they do it perfectly your way, as long as they get from A to B. It's okay, by the way, to make mistakes. Mistakes are a part of learning process. Think about the mistakes you've made. The problem is, as a restaurant owner, when you make mistakes, it costs you money. These mistakes provide valuable opportunities for growth, because sometimes the mistake is a thing that has to be made in order to make it visceral, that it sticks with you, that you say, I don't want to do that again. So embrace mistakes as learning opportunities. Support your staff through their learning curve and provide guidance when needed. With time and practice, delegation becomes more effective, more efficient. Now that we've covered the essentials, let's talk about implementing and refining your delegation strategies. Start small. Delegate low-risk tasks initially and gradually increase the level of responsibility. This way, you're not going to feel so upset about, they didn't place the order on budget, on time like I wanted to. Well, maybe they start with the count sheet for you. Then instead of walking around the kitchen and counting that you have this much brisket and this many carrots and so on, they did the count and you can do your order. Eventually moving them up as they master a task, you move them up. This allows you to build trust with your team while gaining confidence in their abilities. Continuously evaluate and adjust your delegation strategies. Monitor the progress of your delegated tasks, provide feedback, and make necessary adjustments along the way. Delegation is a dynamic process that requires ongoing refinement. Lastly, be patient. Delegation takes time and practice. It's a skill that you and your team will develop over time. Embrace the journey and celebrate the milestones along the way. Be sure and watch my next video where I teach you my 5 steps to successful delegation, because that will take your game to the next level. Be sure to join me live every Friday at 8 a.m. Pacific time on YouTube, travel schedule permitting, where I'll get you pumped about the upcoming weekend, get you excited about crushing your goals and finding the motivation to be best you possible. Plus, I'll answer your burning questions live.